Okay, we've come up past the so-called Misty Vale Manor, as they used to call it. I think it's just Misty Vale Street or Drive or something now. And here's the road heading up. Just up on the left, of course, is the old school. And the reason I stopped here, by the way, look at that. Look at this one. Talk about toast. There's some toast. And 20 yards away, there's a house that's completely intact. And of course, across the street here, that one of course is fine. The reason I stopped here was because from this bend in the road, you can get a pretty good view of our house. I'm wondering what the heck that thing is there. You can see a lot of soot and damage over there. Look at that house. I don't remember ever seeing that thing. I don't even know how you would even get there. But well, back just a little farther this way, and I think you can see our house. What I did before I pulled over here. As a matter of fact, the last house I showed you was the firehouse, and that's this. These guys are, hello. Now I look across the valley, and you know what I told those guys? I was talking to the firemen, and I told them that that was our house. God, now I'm not so sure. But I don't think it is. So anyway, and there's just cars everywhere today. People are looking around. So anyway, we're gonna go back and get on the bike and head up there. I might have told those guys wrong. Anyway, okay, there's the road up. There's the Fields. I believe that's the Fields house, still standing. There were a lot of burned up houses between where I just was and where I am now. Look at that thing up there. There's just houses everywhere. And here's where the Cox. Remember Annette and Tracy Cox lived right here, and their house is still standing. Oh, Bud, look, there's a Toyota Land Cruiser for you. It's a beauty. It might need a tune-up, but this road back here, of course. Hey, and there's the old Cox house. It looks a little abandoned, but it's not burned down, so I guess that's good. So we're going to head on up. Now on the Google Maps we saw it looked like she's offering to help me. It looked like the old Fields house was gone, but it looks like it's still here. So I'm not too sure. So we'll just head on up and see. Well, here she is. Still standing, looking kind of green. Still no lawn there. I remember some promises about it. I'll be growing a lawn anytime soon. There's a Z car right there. Shed in back, that's different. I was just telling a friend of mine the other day how I jumped up all 7 of those stairs one time when a bee was behind me, because I had adrenaline going, oh, get away from the bee. And I made it up those stairs in one jump, and I could never do it again. And there's the new house. The guy who lives here, he's a nice guy. He just told me that this house was built for Janie Feierabend. And you know, from across the valley, when I was looking up to see this house, couldn't see it. It might be because it's so green and it blends in, but I couldn't see it. Interestingly, our old carport is now a garage. He's got a hoist in there so he can work on whatever he's working on. And what used to be the garage, well, you know what? Maybe I can't remember which one is which. No, think the garage was here and the carport was here, and it's a little different now. He says that little tiny sink is still in there. He was talking to his friend, who I think is technically the owner, Bender, I think he said her name was, and we were told that the Doherty's house burned, but the garage survived. We might be going up there and coming right back here. We'll see. But anyway, it's still here. Doherty's house would be up this way. I mean, if it were still there. According to that dude, it's gone. But I just wanted to stop here. Now, that's a new house up there. The Balches, as I recall, you could barely see it from the road because there were so many trees, but it looks like it's still there. But look at this. This side of the road is just Mars. Nothing left. This side of the road is just as bad. You can see they've been cutting down some trees. Now, what the heck is that? Everything is so built up around here. It's just disgraceful, I tell you. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to zoom in and maybe I can tell what it is when I get home. Anyway, pretty bad. Pretty bad. So this is so burned up, I just wanted to stop and get a look at it. And there's a house that survived. Of course, it wasn't there when we lived here. I'm sure it's built up around here. I think there's houses everywhere. Look up there. Across the valley there. Stuff up there, truck up there. I think we used to go up there and play. I think that's the same road. Oh, that guy's coming down. That truck is moving. So anyway, keep going. Here's what's left of the Doherty's house. It's kind of a pile of rubble up there. And there's their garage. Well, it doesn't look like a garage. It looks like a house. I don't want to go sniffing around up there, so I'm not sure. But you can see some remains up there. But I don't imagine they need people walking around, so I'm going to just act like I'm minding my own business. He said the garage survived, and I guess that would be it, but that doesn't look garagey, that looks housey. So I don't know, and I'm not going to walk up there, so that's it. Fine. Of course, there's the road goes down to Left Hand Canyon. The guy I was talking to at our old house said don't even try it on that street bike. I was thinking about driving down there, but he said that would be a bad idea. Interestingly, there's another house up above the Doherty's house, which I never knew was there, and it survived. And just for old time's sake here, by the way, there's plenty of destruction up here. Look, both sides of this little, well, it's not a road, it's just a drive-in spot here. Both sides are burned. Look, all soot there, burned here, all down there. But just for old time's sake, I'll walk over here, and there's the road. We used to play up here and run all over the place. But just to get a look across the valley for the heck of it. There's a little flat mountain. And there it is. And there's Colin P. Lewis. So I guess the woman who owns our house was heading right back, and we're going to go down there and talk to her, and I guess we'll head back down the mountain.